So welcome everybody who's joining me today for warm-up day 41. I didn't announce that I was coming back to do the warm-ups this week, so I don't know if anybody will be joining me, but if you are joining me, please let me know you're here, leave me a comment, and if you're joining me after the fact, as always, let me know that you enjoyed or what you got out of the warm-up. It's been a very difficult time, I know, for many of us, within personally and within the Linklater community. We lost our leader the week before last. So last week I didn't feel like I just didn't feel up to doing it. But I know that Kristen would be saying, "What are you waiting for? Get on with the work." So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take it very easy today. That's what I'm feeling. So sitting comfortably, or standing if you want. I'm sitting on a block. You can certainly sit however is most comfortable to you. Just take a moment to close your eyes. Let your lips relax, let your belly relax. Come into your breath. Which is to say, come into the attention of your breath. Begin to check in with where you're at physically. So you feel this part of your body on the floor. You feel certain parts of your body are crossed, perhaps. Maybe you feel your hands touching your knees, or maybe they're down at your sides. You start to notice the length of your spine. You may notice that there can be more length to it, in which case you can give your spine what it may be yearning for. You notice the relationship of your head and your neck to the rest of your body. And also notice your inner state of being, your inner emotional state of being, your mental state of being. And that may be something that you don't want to notice, that you may want to dance around. And you might find that manifests in tightness in your breath, maybe shallow breaths. That you may find that there's something or many things going on inside of you that you really wish wouldn't be there, but they are. It might be rather chaotic. It might be rather scary. It might be melancholic. And so you might start to feel that or notice that as we start to bring our attention to this place, that you don't want to bring your attention to this place. You'd rather stay maybe in the physical body, or maybe even stay with your attention outside of you. So I invite you to go as deeply with this as you want to right now. And know that with each new breath, you can invite yourself to go deeper into this. Now, you may not be feeling those melancholic things, those chaotic things inside of you, in which case you might find it rather accessible in your breath, that you can actually allow the belly to relax, the breath to drop in rather freely. But all of that is rather to say that it's okay to be wherever you're at. And you don't have to make yourself start to breathe more deeply just because I'm inviting it. I don't find it's often like a light switch, that it's on or off, you know. I find it's more like perhaps a switch that has a dimmer on it. So I can slowly start to calibrate, if that's the right thought, or slowly start to go more relaxed in my belly with a long spine, which allows the breath to drop in a little bit more deeply, and then, yes, allows me to feel whatever it is that I'm experiencing more deeply. And then, with each little bit that I turn that dimmer switch, I'm actually turning it to be a bit brighter with each breath. So the breath starts to brighten up my middle. And what initially might have felt like, oh God, I don't want to go there, I can start to go, this is okay, because I'm taking it at my own pace. Feel free to stretch your legs out, to stretch your arms and body out if you're feeling it, that they need it. And invite a yawn, a much deeper breath. Into your body, and then let that go. So now, continuing to play with that dimmer switch, with that sense of brightness, that sense of softening in the middle to allow the breath to come in more deeply and more freely. As you begin or continue to connect more deeply to what's going on inside of you, stay connected to whatever that is, and slowly and easily let your eyes begin to open. And as you do that, see if you can stay connected to what you've been working so much at in the last few minutes. So you have this connection to your inner awareness. As you open your eyes and connect to what's outside of you, can you begin to breathe in what's outside of you? I'm seeing 3 squirrels play and perhaps fight on the tree outside. But I'm seeing that outside, I'm breathing that in, and I'm allowing that to mingle with what's going on inside of me. And I invite you to do the same. And then the squirrels go away and my eyes move on to something else, which for me is the rustle of the leaves in the morning breeze. But whatever it is for you, you see what's going on outside of you. You invite it inside of you on the incoming breath. That drops into your middle, and it mingles with what's going on inside of you, and it's going to change you. If you really allow yourself to soften, to invite what that is into you, it can't not affect you. And then you release the breath back out. And of course you're breathing in and releasing probably more quickly than I'm speaking, but you release the breath back out to whatever it is you see. And that breath is connected with the feeling of whatever it is that was going on inside of you, that is going on inside of you. And then your eyes find something else outside of you, and you breathe that in. So you're connected to what's outside of you, you breathe it in, you're connected to what's inside of you. And it changes you, you feel something. And if perhaps you're going, well, I don't feel any different, then perhaps you're not allowing yourself to really soften, to breathe the thought, the image of what you see into you, and to bring your awareness to your middle to see what it does to you. It may be a feeling, it may be a memory that comes up, it may be a texture, it may be a color. You are changed by what you see outside of you through the breath. And then you can continue to let your eyes find whatever it is they want to find. A crumb from last night's dinner, some folded laundry, the lampshade. It can really be anything. It doesn't have to be the grand sky and cosmos above. It can be that pen. But you're staying in touch with what's inside, connecting to what's outside. We drop in to come out. We bring what's outside into us. And now continuing with this dialogue, this communication or conversation that you're having between the internal world of you and the outternal, the outternal world or external world. Breathing in whatever it is you see, letting that drop into your middle, and letting that turn to sound vibration. Ha. And that sound, even as we just touch sound, is connected to, is filled with the feeling, the experience of whatever it is that you're drawing in from the outside. Ha. Ha. Ha ha. You can try double touch a sound. Ha ha. Ha ha. ha ha. And then in dialogue with me, continuing to allow yourself to breathe in whatever it is around you, letting that drop into your middle, and in dialogue with me, ha ha, 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 ha ha. And now speak it. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. As you go back to speaking it, are you still connected to whatever it is you're experiencing, or are you just making sound? We're really asking ourselves to stay connected to that experience. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. And now, surprisingly, it's going to turn into a huge fountain of relief. Ha. And again, with that fountain of relief, stretch your arms, stretch your legs out, and let your arms and legs express those vibrational waters from the middle of you with your experience, all of those things. And then shake that back into your body. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Alright, so staying connected to what we've been playing with, this connection from outside to in, from inside to out. But if you're on the block, let's come off the block. Let's move now into the room. And Kiki is ready. And let's come onto our backs now. And let's see if we can allow ourselves to relax into gravity to help us release more vibration and connect more deeply into our middles. So let's begin with another yawn and a stretch. But as you sigh out, it's that sigh. Don't let that go. Float your knees up until your feet are flat on the floor. Bring your hands to your middle. Feed in that deep sigh of relief, on vibration, and let your hands help to loosen and maybe even connect more deeply to whatever's going on in you, in your middle today. And I invite you here to close your eyes if they're not already, and likely, with your eyes closed, you won't be seeing anything outside of you, but you can still hear. You can listen to whatever it is that's going on around you. So you can breathe in, as you breathe in the thought, the pitch from my voice, you can also hear life, the world outside of you, and also breathe that into your middle. So that becomes whatever it is that's going to drop into you. It's going to affect you. It's going to do something to you, and you're going to respond through that emotional thought impulse back out on vibration and loosen your middle with your hands. Bring your hands across your ribs and thump the vibrations loose from your ribs. Hands back to the middle, from your middle to loosen, draw the vibrations through your ribs, gather on a hum as your hands come to your face. And again, this time you'll gather on a hum and then release the vibrations into your hands and then out into the airspace above you. And then the hands go right back to the middle. The breath drops in. You connect to that thought, feeling impulse in your middle. And then speak it. Loosen your neck from side to side. And float your knees up over your belly as you flutter through your lips. Bring one hand onto your knee. So right hand on your right knee, left hand on your left knee, and begin to move your knees around so that the top of your thigh bone can really start to loosen those hip sockets. And you can do it any way you want. You can move them in opposite directions. You could loosely shake them in and away from your belly, or you can find a combination of that. And again, connecting to the breath, connecting to the source in your middle. Fluttering through your lips. And again, we're asking ourselves today in this warm-up to not just make sound, but to connect to whatever it is that's going on in you. And again, those might be deep thoughts, deep feelings, memories, physical experiences. And whatever it is, we're asking those to go from the middle of our bodies to our lips, directly on a lip flutter, and at the same time loosen in our hip sockets. Let your knees go, let your feet drop. And then gently bring your hands to your jaw. And a gentle massage into the jaw here. Against, with your thought, staying connected to your middle, sigh. So give a little massage to your jaw. And then hands to your jaw. Take hold of your jaw, sigh from your middle, up and over the roof of your mouth, and loosen your jaw. Throat relaxes open. Breath, thought, impulse drops right to the belly. Arms outstretched to your sides. Float your knees up and over your belly. Let them drop over to the left side. Head and neck gently drop to the right. So you're in a diagonal stretch on the left side. And then let the cheeks go wide. Smile into that animal roar. That breath drops all the way down to the hip socket nearest the ground. And as you sigh out through the diagonal riverbed of your torso, stretch and relax your tongue twice. And again, we're inviting the thought to drop down, the thought which comes from outside us, to drop down to the hip socket. So it goes all the way through the torso, down to the hip socket, nearest the ground. So that thought really gets grounded in our bodies, and then it immediately finds vibration, a river of sound that then travels diagonally through the torso, back out through that wide animal roar, and then stretch and relax the tongue to get it out of the way, or to make sure it's out of the way. And really make sure you stretch the tongue and relax the tongue. So you're not just holding the tongue in the stretch. Loosen your tongue and let your knees come up and over to the other diagonal stretch. Loosen your tongue again. Let your knees come all the way up and over your body, all the way until you're in a semi-fetal position on the other side. Take a moment to relax here, to really go inward again, really connecting back into your middle, right to your navel, to your belly button. And then sigh and loosen the middle of your tongue again. And are you still connected to whatever it is that you're experiencing in your middle? Or have you disconnected and are just making sound? So in the next incoming breath, I invite you to soften in that middle, to reconnect to that experience of whatever it is going on in you today. And let that find the vibrations of your voice, loosening the middle of your tongue and dropping that experience to the ground beneath your lips. Going back to that touch of sound, but still being in contact with, connected with your thought, feeling, impulse. And now think into the soles of your feet. The soles of your feet start to move away from your body. You follow this to your tailbone, to your arching lumbar spine, through your upper spine, and then your arms come up above your head until you're in a great big banana stretch on your side body. Stretching the front of you, and as you stretch the front of your body, breathe in and out on a whispered ka. Opening your soft palate. And then immediately relax back to that semi-fetal. Relax your body. And we'll do that again. And as we breathe in and out on the whispered ka, it's so transparent. It's a really big taking in of the outside world because we're in such an open place. So can you feel that you're breathing in, you're inviting in something great, something big, something huge, something monumental or life-changing. It's that much that you breathe in on the whispered ka, and that drops into your middle. And whatever it is that's going on inside of you, you breathe out on a whispered ka, back to the world. Yeah? So again, the feet start to move away from your body. You come into a big banana stretch on your side body and breathe in and out on a whispered ka. And then relax back to that semi-fetal position. Relax. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Loosen your tongue and come up and over to the other diagonal, other semi-fetal, excuse me. Now, we're going to breathe in on the whispered ka. So that impulse takes us into the banana stretch. At the top of that stretch, call high on sound vibration. And stretch and relax your tongue twice. High. Relax back. High. Relaxing back. And you can, as you call the high and stretch and relax your tongue, you can circle your ankles and circle your wrists to open up those spaces. High. Relaxing back. High. High. Relaxing back. High. Relaxing back and staying back in that semi-fetal. Taking that experience of breathing out of the ka and calling high, noticing what that felt like, how that feels now. Gently bring yourself up onto all fours. And if you feel that you need it, and I'm going to just start to loosely wake up your spine, gently undulate, soften, stretch. And then, well, why not? Why not sigh, loosen your tongue, and move your spine pleasurably. See if you can let your jaw be free. So it's really your tongue doing this. Relax back to a folded leaf. Be aware of the resonance of the vibrations in your spine, along your spine, through your whole back body. Gently sit up. And if you want to come back to the block, to sit on the block, feel free to do that. So, or you can stand if that's more comfortable for you. I'm going to sort of sit here. Lengthen your neck up and back. And let your thought drop down to your chest. And as you picture the wide open spaces of your chest, Let your thought drop even deeper down to the floor of your apartment or house, even into the foundation of your building, and even down to the rocks that support that foundation, the rocks of the earth. And as you picture those rocks, let that come up, the picture of that, thought of that come up through your chest. Let the earth be part of your chest resonance. Now, come up on your neck. Stay connected to the earth in your mind's eye. But now imagine that you're looking out across a wide grassy field. You're looking out. The wind is blowing the wheat or the grass. And with that image, you're going to sigh. You're going to call into your mouth resonance. And there's gentle hills of grass. You can actually see past the grass to the sea. You can see farmhouses dotting the landscape. Maybe you can even see the cow, the kai, meandering through the grass. Maybe you call to those kai through your mouth. And now you've journeyed through those grasses, through those pastures, a long ways to the sea. And you're standing at the top of a precipice. You're looking down into the waters. And as you look down, you see the waves lapping at the cliff that you're standing on, the precipice. And you sigh down to the waters through your teeth. Hee! 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 Maybe as if you could dive into the waters, you could dive in and maybe become a mermaid, a fish, a merman, or maybe you just standing there and communicating with the sea. Hee! Hee! And relax the back of your tongue. Hee! And then come back as you make your way back through the fields. Ha! Ha! And then lengthening back and connecting to the earth once more. Ha! And come up and now blend the earth, the fields, and the sea all together. Hey! Hey, hey, hey. 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 And from your middle, that hey extends down one of your arms. So from you out to the land of Orkney, that's where we're at, of Scotland. You're going to call out, hey! Through the other arm, hey! And if you can do a leg, do a leg. Hey! 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 And then shake it through your whole body. Hey! Hey! Hey, 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 hey. And so now connecting back to your breath. You can let your eyes close. Connecting to that feeling of space inside of you, that connection that you have been nurturing today. And again, allowing, with your eyes open, your eyes closed, whatever you'd like, to breathe in whatever it is that you see or hear into your middle, that fine sound vibration, ha, and then you speak it back. Ha ha. So you're speaking whatever it is that you feel, that you experience in your middle. Ha ha. Ha ha.